How's it going, everyone? Virtually Chris here. Last video we unboxed the WowGo 3 and I talked a bit about my first impressions of the board. In today's video we're going to be going a step further. We're going to be reviewing the board, doing a top speed test and a range test, as well as a hill climb test, and really getting to know this board well. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video. The WowGo 3 has a claimed range of 12 to 14 miles on a single charge. Currently I'm 5 miles out on this beautiful day in the Burlington bike path. And let me tell you, I've never been this far out, and I still have 3 out of 4 bars on the remote, so it's looking pretty good so far. Man, what a fantastic day, and this board is fantastic. I've been riding over a bunch of pebbles and sticks, things that would have totally thrown me off on other boards, and like, I'm serious, like on my Raptor, I'll hit a little pebble and I'll almost fall off. It's crazy. But this board with its flexible deck really changes all of that. I mean, it's so nice, it's so flexy, to the point where you really don't feel any of these big bumps anymore. So, like, my feet don't even hurt. Usually they'll hurt so much by now because this is a pretty rough bike path at times. So, huge thumbs up so far. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. I've been cruising around top speed the entire time, and man, turbo mode feels awesome to always have that fast acceleration up to that top speed. So, speaking of top speed, let's go ahead and jump to a top speed test. So the speed test is complete, and the board did get 22 miles an hour, just as it states on the website, and it was hitting a solid 22 miles an hour for the entire time. It's really quick to get up there with the turbo mode. Turbo mode's a little bit different than it is on other boards. So for example, the Backfire G2T turbo mode does not limit top speed or anything like that. That's why it has that cooldown, because it can go absolutely crazy for 30 seconds, whereas this turbo mode can always stay on. The difference with this one is you still have that speed cap of 22 miles an hour, but you do get up there pretty darn quickly. Not as quick as the G2T, but very comparable. It will not beat it in a drag race or anything like that, but this board is very comfortable, so that's a trade-off you have to make. So here we are at the steepest hill in Burlington. As you can see, this is a crazy steep hill, and we're giving the WowGo 3 a little bit of a challenge here because I am under 25% battery. So we're going to see how the WowGo 3 does going up a hill like this with basically really low battery. Let's see how it does. Alright, we just got back from doing the hill climb test, and man, did this nail it. It went 12 miles an hour up the entire way, no hesitation there, and keep in mind I was under 25% battery on the board, which is absolutely nuts that it even went up at all. Other boards would not even bother to try going up at that low battery, but this just shows how little voltage sag this board has, which is awesome. Going downhill was also a breeze as well, with some of the best braking I've ever seen on a hill this steep. Even my Raptor will fall down this hill faster than the WowGo 3 did. You could almost come to a complete stop on this hill, which is really, really impressive. And there's no stutter, no jerk when letting off of the brake like there's on some other boards as well, Raptor included. So overall, this is one of the smoothest times going up a hill as well as down a hill. Well, here we are at the very end of the day, and I am so impressed with the WowGo 3 range. On the website, it claimed 12 to 14 miles, as we talked about earlier. And in actuality, I got 13.2 miles out of a single charge. And that is crazy to me just because I was going on turbo mode the entire time, I was going near top speed the entire time, Like, I was pushing this thing as hard as you could possibly push it on a ride. And once again, the comfort of this deck paired with those Paris trucks made this thing so smooth, so easy to ride. I didn't experience a single speed wobble, going basically top speed the entire ride. Going over rocks and bumps was a breeze. Really didn't feel any of that. It felt like I was just floating on a cloud the entire time, which was really, really impressive. And once again, that range, 13.2 miles out of a single charge on turbo mode the entire time. That is super impressive. I bet if you weren't on turbo mode, you could get decently 16, maybe even more out of this thing. I feel like the range is totally more than advertised compared to the website. Oh my goodness, that doesn't happen very often, so thumbs up to WowGo for doing that with this board.
Concluding thoughts on the WowGo 3, I think it's a fantastic board, and $600 is really the ideal price range to get a really good electric skateboard. I think under that you start making a lot of compromises, and over that you start getting diminishing returns, but this $600 price range that the WowGo 3 is going for, I think is perfect. So I know everyone's a bit different. Some people prefer more stability at high speeds, others prefer comfort. I know I personally prefer comfort in this case, and that's why I really do prefer the all bamboo plus fiberglass deck. It is so nice, it's so flexible, honestly is very similar to a boosted board, so if you've ever ridden a boosted board or tried one out, very similar to that, which is crazy at this price range. Turbo mode is a really nice feature to have, especially on a hobby wing board like this, where you have smooth acceleration and braking. It is so smooth. This board is absolutely fantastic, and this is an instant recommend for me for anyone who's getting into electric skateboarding for the first time. I think this would be an absolutely fantastic first board. It's really hard to beat a board of this quality. Now, I am also going to be doing one more video in the coming weeks of the WowGo 3 versus the WowGo 2S, just to show the differences between the boards and to show all the new improvements that the WowGo 3 does have, but that will be out in a week or so. So until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!